Get out!
Hello tankers and tankettes, welcome to another viewer spotlight. Just before we actually jump in, I've got a quick public service announcement. I do get a lot of messages on sites like Facebook and Duckster and here on YouTube, basically people sending me replay links, and I have a replays email set up. The information is here on YouTube, it's on Facebook as well. Obviously not everyone has noticed it's there, so occasionally I think I will mention it in videos just to remind people. Basically what I want is you guys and gals to send me your replay links to this email address. It's got to be replay links from wotreplays.com, which you can basically sign into with your Wargaming account. It's the Wargaming OpenID system. It was up until recently the case that it was only, I think, NA and EU that could use it, maybe RU as well. I'm not entirely certain, but it now looks like you can basically use any server account to log on to it. So you just use your World of Tanks ID and password, you log on to this and you upload your replays, and I get all the information I need from a match basically. It also helps in this email that you send me, this hypothetical email, if you actually describe the match a bit, if you say if you got any nice medals, or if there was an amusing situation that happened, or if you got high damage, you held a flank on your own, that kind of thing. All this information helps, and obviously the kind of tank that you're in also helps as well, because the more information I have in the email when I'm looking through these things, it helps me decide whether I'm actually going to watch a particular replay or not. Unfortunately, I can't watch every replay. That is not really practical. So the more information I have that I can read about an email when I'm looking, read about a replay when I'm looking through my emails, that really helps me a lot. So all that said, let's get on with this replay. This is from BearOnPC, who is in Circ. He's actually platooned up with Darvel, who's also in Circ. You'll probably recognise both of those names if you frequent the stream on a regular basis. They are both fairly well-known names, I think, and they've both been watching CIRCon for a while. So shout out to all the Circlings out there, although obviously, Circ 2, best Circ. Anyway, he's in the Object 140, which is the one of the Russian tier 10 mediums. Darvel over there is in an E100, and this is nice matchmaking apart from one thing, because they're tier 10s, the rest of the team is tier 9s or 8s, same with the other side. In fact, the other side actually also gets an E100 and an Object 140 as well, so that's nice and symmetrical. Those guys aren't even platooned. The fly in the ointment, though, is the fact that there's 2 artillery and tier 10, tier 9. Yeah, that could be painful, and it's probably going to be more painful for Darvel. Yeah, I don't know if that was, was that a pre-battle tank bump to, I don't even know. Anyway, hashtag blame Darvel. Anyway, Bear is going over to this flank, and there's actually reasonable numbers going over to the other flank, so it's a good split of forces here, I feel. I wouldn't want to go on the other flank in a T95 myself, especially, what with those artillery, but there's not really a good place to go with a T95 on this map when there's high tier artillery around. I almost said Darvel there, I was going to say Darvel, but no, it's Bear. Bear has actually got a pretty good tank for this particular setup, this particular matchup on this map. It's got a pretty reasonable mobility, his armour is actually pretty decent for a medium. Bit of a snapshot there, but it was worth it. I think it didn't pay off. It was very, very low percentage that would actually work. But yeah, have some free scout damage instead, Bear. Anyway, this has got enough mobility to get to this forward position, and this is something I think, especially at high tiers, mediums are particularly important for. Is getting to those strategic points on the map and securing them. Basically waiting for the rest of the heavies to come up behind, because you can deny their forward elements these particular positions. Even if you can't sit there and hold it yourself against a push, you can hold it for long enough, you can delay the enemy long enough. They're not really pushing round here though, so this was, it's good tactics, but it wasn't that necessary. Anyway, nice bit of sneaky damage against the Jagdtiger. E75 and the T-54E1 were lying in wait. But even though that STI is stock turret STI, he's probably got the IS-3 gun. He still actually bounced most of those shots because that thing's got a damn nice hull. Bear is just looking for opportunities now. This E-75 is... I don't know if it's tunnel vision or if he's just scoped in or not quite paying attention, but he's a bit slow on the uptake, and that means Bear can actually get 2 in his lower front plate. So there we go, he's already up to 1600 damage, which is not bad. This has got quite a nice gun, but the tier 10 mediums actually all do pack pretty reasonable firepower. I remember back in the day when they... back in the old days, well, I haven't been playing it for that long, but long enough for some significant changes. Anyway, I remember the introduction of tier 10 mediums is what I'm saying, and a lot of people were wondering what it would mean for heavies because, oh, nice one, he tracked the Ag Tiger and damaged him. Don't think he realises it though, because he could have taken another shot there maybe. Anyway, I interrupted myself. Yeah, a lot of people thought that it would be, you know, the death of the tier 10 heavy, because everyone would just be playing the tier 10 mediums. But no, I don't think that prediction's really held true at all. Anyway, trying for a snapshot against an angled lower front plate of the E100, that was probably never going to work. And then he tries another snapshot against the vision bar weak spot. That's pretty much the only turret weak spot frontally on that thing. But again, it doesn't work. They were both very low percentage shots, and normally, you know, in most of the mediums you wouldn't want to waste the shells, but this actually gets a reasonable amount of ammunition, so you can afford to waste 1 or 2. Darvel's in a pretty bad way there. I'm pretty sure he took a hit in the side from the Yak Tiger, and artillery splash, well, that's nasty as well. So this is, it's good in a way for Bear, because it means the artillery's going to be more focused on Darvel than him. Even though it's a low health E100, even though the sensible artillery tactic would be concentrate on, you know, targets where your shells can do the most damage. Scumbags are, you know, they will generally go for a kill if they can get away with it. Fortunately, our scumbags are paying attention because they take a great whack of health off that Yak Tiger. Bear's still taking some hits here though. First one from the Yak Tiger, which was kind of ouchy, and then 2 from the T-54E1. He's switched the skill rounds here, and I don't know if he strictly needs them against these targets. The E-75 maybe, but not really against the T-54E1. But maybe he just forgets to switch back. Anyway, he's doing a bit of damage himself, but the angle he's backing out at here is not really a true side-scraping angle, and it's more so he can pull back in. Now, no, I don't know where that shell went. Oh, okay, Darvel's down. Now, you might think, why didn't he just shoot the side of the E100? Well, he still had a heat shell loaded, so it may have just exploded on the... wow, that miss. That miss. The side skirts. This guy's trolling him a bit, trying for the very front plate of the turret. That's I don't know. I'm not quite sure why he tried for that shot. Maybe he just wanted to take the chance. I mean, if you had a high penetration roll, then maybe you could do it with the regular ammo on this thing. Anyway, he decides to go focus on the E100 instead, who is low health. Gets a bit distracted here, though. He actually... yeah, he bounces a shot off the E100 there. Fortunately, I mean, it didn't really have any consequences, but I don't know why he got distracted like he did. The E-75 didn't push around anyway. He is now, though, and yeah, nice shot on his side. Artillery, unfortunately, fires just then, so Bear loses a big chunk of his remaining health, also gets tracked. I think he must have repairs on this crew, though, because they actually managed to repair it in fairly short order. T-54E1 is really the last one left. We know the 110's up there somewhere, but we've not seen hide nor hair of this guy, really. He's not, you know, only now does he appear to actually take some shots. This 110 is clearly not the sharpest player, so Bear probably figures that. He probably figures that he isn't in too much danger. He's in more danger from artillery right now than he is this 110. So a couple of misses against the 110 from the friendlies, and he's just going to not expose himself too much. He's just going to put some in the commander's hatch on that thing. I don't know if that's the stock turret. It might actually be. I'll have to look that up after this recording. But either way, it's enough of a target that he can just keep popping over. And this 110's just, yeah, he's not really doing any damage to anyone. It's just free damage for Bear, really. The other flank is now down to just 1895, and you'll see there's also 1895 who is slowly starting to work his way up the middle. That guy basically hasn't done anything up till now, but we will come back to him. Oh my, yes, we will. The other T95 is engaging the T28 at least. It's actually more... It's more about artillery, those two, and whose friendly artillery is actually, you know, who's going to reload first. It's... That flank is, you know, ordinarily you say, oh, that flank is lost, but at this point, it doesn't matter. There we go, the T95 is down. There is a chance for a top gun here, maybe more, because there's 3 tanks left, and Bear has managed 5 kills up until now. Still got a reasonable amount of ammunition left. GWE fires, which is what he was waiting for, except Bear decides to go for the Tiger instead, and that might seem odd, but actually the Tiger's going to be closer to reloading marginally, so I don't know. I'm guessing that's Bear's thinking on that one. That guy took an arty splash, and Bear was able to get a one-shot kill, which is nice. 7 kills now, 6.5k damage. He's really been racking it up in this one. That was pretty, you know, that was pretty grueling for some of that. Now I'm actually going to slow it down here because, yeah, this is the ending that nobody would want ever. That T95 has now made it halfway across the field. There's the T28, who is not quite, you know, maybe a one-shot kill if it was a really high damage roll. I don't know. One in the front plate. He's burning! He's burning! The T90... What? The T95 has just... What? 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 No! Yeah, that's pretty much how I'd feel about that. Oh my word. That T95, that kill steal, oh my word. And it gets worse because when we look at the scores, we see that was the only shell that T95 fired in the whole match for 11 damage. The sole effect of which was to deprive Bear of a Radley Walters medal. That is some advanced level trolling right there, intentional or not. That T95 did basically nothing for the team, and just to add insult to injury, stole that kill right at the end. That could have been a belting Radley Walters replay, and instead just snatched away 11 health, 1 tick of damage from the fire, but no, denied. Oh, I'd be quite annoyed after that, I think. I can only imagine Bear had some choice words to say at the end of that match. I mean, it was still a really nice result. Ace Tanker, Top Gun, and a Sniper Medal, because this is an 8.9 replay, so Sniper Medals were still a thing. 7k damage, 7 kills, 1100 spotting and assistance damage, potential damage 2.2k, drove 3 kilometers, so, you know, fairly active. And for all his effort, 1350 XP without premium. That's quite nice for a tier 10. You have to work quite hard to get lots of XP in a tier 10, because obviously there's no higher tiers to damage as there are for, say, tier 9s. But that last kill, oh, that T95, I mean, come on, man, come on. That's just taking the mickey. That really is. Anyway, ending aside, that was a really good match, and I think Bear really did put the Object 140 through its paces there. It's, I don't know if it's ever one I'll have in my garage, or if I do, it's probably going to be the far distant future. I'm not a big player of mediums. I'm not particularly grinding for any of the tier 10 mediums, apart from the E50M, which is sort of a somewhere in between a heavy and a medium in you know, how much armor it has, and also it can ram things. So that's actually quite... It's probably the principal reason why I want the E50M, is because you can just ram stuff all day long. But I don't know, that made the Object 140 look pretty good. Bear obviously played fairly well there. 1 or 2 slight derps, but you know, everybody has those. Shush, caption guy. Shh, just shh, shh. It's probably too late, isn't it? He's probably already said it. Damn him. Anyway, but yeah, it was a good match, is what I'm saying.
So, if you enjoyed this replay, you can hit the like button, you can leave a comment below, you can go on Twitter and, hashtag blame Darvel. You can subscribe to my channel, and of course, as always, stay tuned for more.